Yes, popular tune, right? That's the popular tune they play during wedding ceremonies. Today I want to talk about premarital counseling. Too late to learn what you should have known. Premarital counseling has become a ritual, something couples do to fulfill righteousness. It's often squeezed into few weeks before the wedding, when minds are already clouded with excitement, pressures, logistics, rice and beans. But can you really undo 20 to 30 years of learned patterns in just 3 to 6 weeks? No. People spend their whole lives observing marriage through the examples around them, their parents, relatives, movies, cultural norms. These experiences likely become the curriculum of their hearts. By the time they are adults, they have already formed beliefs about love, gender roles, communication, ego, sacrifices. So what happens? When they finally sit for premarital classes, they are not learning, they are actually unlearning. But unlearning in short time is almost impossible. You can't rewire years of emotional, psychological, cultural programming in few counseling sessions. Those that understand the details of the mind, how the mind works, know that it takes a lot of time to undo what has been done when it comes to the mind. By the time marital counseling starts, the clay is already hardened. The only real solution is formative teaching, starting early before opinions become strongholds. Yes, the real solution is early education because marriage is not an event, it's a lifelong curriculum. I don't just prepare for that in weeks, you prepare for that in life. My preparation should start long before engagement, even as early as teenage years. Yes, you heard me, teenage years. Just as we teach mathematics, civil education, biology, we should also teach things about marriage, such as emotional intelligence, healthy communication, conflict resolution, what true partnership looks like, respect, self-respect, understanding gender dynamics without stereotypes, how to recognize manipulation and emotional immaturity, the true essence of partnership and companionship, and so on. If these principles are taught deeply in schools and churches, society will raise young people who don't just dream of a wedding but understand the weight of marriage. When it finally comes to time to marry, people are not just hoping to get it right, they already understand the assignment. So, what is the impact of actually early formative education when it comes to marriage on people? Young people will become more discerning in choosing partners, not just based on attraction, looks, excitement, but based on shared values and emotional maturity. So when counseling comes, right, it will be like a kind of refining, right? Refining the understanding rather than reconstructing it from scratch. Fewer people will walk into marriages out of pressure of ignorance, and more will do so from clarity and readiness. Marriage is not an event, it's a lifelong curriculum. And just like every serious subject, it requires years of consistent learning, not a crash course before graduation. Marriage is as important as rocket science. If we truly want stronger homes and healthier society, we must stop treating marriage as a mystery. You only get to the code after saying I do. We must raise a generation that understands before they promise. We must raise a generation that understands before they say I do. So what am I saying? It's all about shifting marriage preparation from pre-wedding phase, 6 weeks, 3 weeks before wedding, to actually pre-life phase.